Hello everyone, it's Mystic Juicer here, back with some more Yomi action. Tonight, a very special night, very important game. It is the East Division Finals for the International Yomi League Season 3 between Kirandio and Thelo. And with me on this momentous occasion, to ring in this incredible event, I have ClanNatioy joining me once again in the commentary booth.
Hello.
So, as I was saying just before we went on the air, I'm super excited to see the outcome of this match. Kirandio is a very new player. He hasn't been, at least online, he hasn't been on for very, very long. But he's obviously already showing some really, really great results.
Okay.
Playing for the for a chance to enter the Yomi Bowl. We had almost, I think, with dropouts, I think we had just around 100 participants overall. I think maybe around 95 or something.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. so everybody we see now as well, and anyone who made the playoffs, and then everybody who's made it into the two finals for the Realm divisions has basically climbed a wall full of corpses to build their throne. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
I remember you mentioned last time Kirandio mostly plays Jaina and Grave.
Yes.
And then Thelo, from what I remember, mostly plays Troc and BBB, so I wonder if they'll pick one of those two. And coincidentally, Kirandio is currently playing Jaina versus Leontes de Grey in a set-up room, not a quick match game, so maybe some pre-game practice happening.
Yeah, I think they're doing like some chatter and interview stuff before the game. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I'll do shout outs at the end of the game, but do check out Serling Games on YouTube. Leontes has been casting a lot of great matches, really great high-level player, and has a lot of good insight for the games that he shows. So it'll be really interesting to see the differences between the stuff that we pick up on and choose to talk about. But I'm definitely looking forward to watching that pre-fight interview. We have no such content to provide. I had a quick look at the stats for both of these players just to get an idea of what matchup we might see. As you were alluding, Kirandio, a very strong Grave and Jaina player. He's got a 56% overall tournament win rate, so 134 games played, and has won just a little bit over half of them, which is pretty impressive.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah,
just
exactly.
A little bit over half.
You got to work into the 50-50 at least. But
if you get 51%, you're in business.
I mean, that's just the kind of game Yomi is. Like even some of the monsters like Deluxe, yourself. Raziek, like, some of the most winningest Yomi players have, like 64 to 65 to maybe 70% win rate.
I remember, I think Deluxe's is pretty crazy high. But for I guess you gotta remember too is that you're playing against a lot of other good players too. So
for sure,
it's gonna be brought back more to the middle than if you were playing in a tournament where, everyone new and old were all playing together.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with stuff like Tapanda League, where you have, essentially just the best of the best ruining each other's win percentages.
Yeah, it's a smaller community, and that community is pretty dedicated. So usually when you're in a tournament, you're playing against other pretty solid people. So having a 60+ win percent is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And like 55 is definitely, like, I would say that's the performance of a strong intermediate player. Like that's quite a reasonable and quite a happy percentage actually. Like there's some strong players in the community that have win rates hovering right around 50% or maybe just below. So it definitely doesn't tell the whole story, but it gives you an indication of just how strong the performance has been. Yeah. He has won So he's played 68 games. Talking about Kirandio here, he's played 68 games as Jaina, so it's definitely his main in terms of tournament character. Has won 60% of those games.
Oh, nice.
With Grave, which he's been playing, he's been bringing Grave out a little more often. We saw him play Grave quite heavily against Animus in their International Yomi League playoff match. He's got a 58% win rate over 26 games with Grave. And then he's started to play a little bit of DeGray and Zane.
Okay. Because the world needs another player for DeGray and Zane.
Well, you know what? I'm not opposed to it as an idea anyway. Like,
yeah.
you should know, even if you're just doing it for knowledge. Like, even if you're not interested in picking up either of those characters at all, it's probably a good idea to play them a little bit, so you have some sense of when you feel weak, if you can feel weak as DeGray or Zane, to feel out where those situations are.
I'm terrified playing against DeGray no matter what his hand situation is. His two card hand could be anything from I kill you to this is garbage.
Yeah, he can just reach out and touch you for 1 billion damage. Like, it doesn't, there's no there's no stopping
my goodness. Who knows what's in that 2-card gray hand?
Exactly. If he's got queen and ace, he's got the perfect mix-up.
Yeah. Or even point, counterpoint, and anything else.
Exactly. So never a character to be discounted. So he doesn't have great win percentages with Zane. I think it's 16 games played and 50% win rate, and DeGray 18 games played, 44% win rate. So not characters. If I was in his situation, I would only go to that if I'm feeling really, really confident against, maybe it's a matchup I've particularly practiced that character for, then I might go to that. But I think probably we're going to see either Grave or Jaina.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've used the Grave from time to time to counterpick Onimaru when the grapplers our Grave isn't getting it done.
Right.
Even I've used the evil lawyer from time to time.
I don't know. I think he strikes me as a righteous man, lore-wise.
That's what it says in the fluff, but I don't buy it.
You think he just has a really good PR, like?
Yeah.
So going over to Thelo in comparison, so 94 games recorded in the spreadsheet, 64% win percentage. So,
oh man,
yeah, very. I mean, no surprise there. Very, very strong competitor. He has played 46 games with Troc, by far his most plentiful tournament character pick, 63% win percentage. And BBB, 33 games played, 64% overall win percentage. So,
well, there you go.
Again, yeah, very strong. I mean, when you break it out into the specific characters, we talked about Kirandio's stats being a little lower at 56% overall. But when you look at his two mains, Grave and Jaina, he's hovering around that 60% range. And Thelo is also pushing, just a few percentage points above that 60% range with both of his mains. So, very, very, very strong performances by both those players.
So that percentage includes just like all games, right? Not just winning the set.
Yeah,
right?
No, that's okay. Every game. So if you win 3-1 in a tournament set, then it's going to count that as 3 wins for whatever the characters are.
Okay, check. Overall. That's what I thought it was. I was just double checking.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what my percentage is because I don't really care whether I win 4-3 or 4-0.
The win's the win, right?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever won a 4-0. Maybe once. They're usually pretty close when I play.
Yeah, I have given some thought. Like, there's been some requests to add like match win percentage or like match performance to the spreadsheet that I maintain. I'm still trying to figure out if it's something that I can do math-wise.
Yeah, you already record quite a bit.
So
adding another thing to the document.
We'll see if it gets added to the list or not.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be interesting to see, but whether you have time for that is
I might leave that matter for some other enterprising statistician.
Yeah, good idea.
So in terms of what we're going to see come out of these players in terms of character selection, at least for the first game, I do think it's probably... I mean, for Thelo, I think you just go Troc or BBB. Like, you pick one of those two. Although he has shown us in his set against Cloud Cuckoo Country in IYL playoffs, he did bring out a Zane late in the match once he had a strong advantage.
Okay.
And essentially, Cloud could no longer counterpick at all. He brought his Zane out to defeat his Geiger. And I think, I mean, I don't think there's anything, even though Thelo's played a lot of Troc and BBB, I don't think there's anything stopping him from bringing out another character in the roster that he feels particularly confident about in a specific matchup, especially late in the set, maybe when, if he's able to ride that position where he's on match point. No sense, going into a 50-50 matchup if you feel confident you can play, the advantage side of a more difficult matchup for your opponent.
Yeah, I kind of like the BBB Geiger matchup. I had good success on the BBB side. I mean, you could play it, of course, and then just get wrecked by one TD combo, which is kind of how the game goes. Because BBB ends up giving Geiger so many cards if he gets him to range. He'll do damage, but it doesn't matter because they're both like one combat away from dying.
Exactly.
BBB is at like 80 health. He hasn't taken anything yet. And it's like, oh, I'm in the same position you are, even though you're at like 20.
Yeah,
it's an interesting matchup.
It'll be interesting what we see. I mean, the thing is, so kind of the conventional wisdom is that Grave and Jaina are both really strong picks against BBB. Grave has 0.0 speed queens, which stuff any range attempt. They also stuff the BBB's Piston Hurricane, his double ace move, which is 0.2 speed. So that's a really, really nice move to have in the matchup. His Jack, 2.4 speed, and it returns to hand if it's blocked, is incredibly oppressive in the matchup. Where BBB may want to sit back and block for a little while in the early game to get some of those cards that he can convert to aces, so that he can pressure and try to sneak a range setting normal in through the barrage of Jacks. But yeah, Jack makes that very, very difficult. Troc also has difficulty with Graves' Jack, because not only does he not draw a card for blocking, but his block also gets attached, so he just goes negative to cards. So, but Thelo just has really, really good. I mean, if anything, I would prefer Kirandio play Jaina against Thelo's Troc than try to play Grave. Because
I think for the two characters he plays and the two characters Thelo usually plays, I think Jaina is the stronger starting pick. I think she does better against BBB than probably Grave does, and she does better than. I think Troc could give Grave a little trouble if he's trying to build up, I think Jaina does better against both those characters.
Yeah, the results definitely bear that out in terms of Thelo's performance. His Troc versus Grave, he's got 5-1. So he's won 5 tournament matches versus 1 loss in that matchup. Okay. Like and that's the thing. Like I avoid his BBB, or I used to avoid his BBB by going to Grave, because that's the only character I kind of knew how to play that I felt kind of comfortable
at the time
in that matchup and he just annihilated me with Troc. Like, it's just gross. Now I don't think I consider myself as good a Grave player as Kirandio is. I definitely feel like he has a very strong handle on that character, as evidenced by his performance over Enemies to advance to the finals here. Yeah, and Thelo's Troc vs. Jaina is 0-1. So, I mean, there's one, he's played it one match of it. Doesn't really tell us any information, but
yeah,
you're at least not walking into a confirmed 5-1. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just very comfortable playing that. I don't think that's a particularly bad matchup for Troc.
Agreed. Actually, I don't think I played it. I don't think I played that one from the Troc side. Troc Grave.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I played it from the Grave side, but like it
20 doesn't feel
damage
comfortable.
throws are for real.
It definitely doesn't feel comfortable as Grave. Or like maybe I just need to work on my Grave a little bit. Maybe that's the lesson I should be taking from that experience, actually.
I mean, but Grave is a bit of a build-up character, right? So
yeah.
Anyone that could hassle the build-up is kind of a pain. But anytime TPOS is the fastest move in the matchup, it's a big plus for Grave.
That's true.
Just a matter of getting it, I guess.
Yeah, and then
because once you got it, your throws kind of become the better throws. Mm-hmm. It's less scary for you to throw than for the Troc player to throw at that point.
Right, for sure.
So there's that.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too far off of even in either direction. Mm-hmm. You know, it might sit like 0.5 in Troc or in Grave's favor. But definitely a very, very even matchup. And if Kirandio is happy to play that matchup, he may be willing to go to Grave. Although, I don't know. I'm really curious. I mean, like, he really kind of made his bones and his name on Jaina, so it would be really interesting to see.
Which is pretty cool, because a lot of people... a lot of people weren't feeling Jaina.
Yeah, for sure.
And then apparently he's doing well. I've never seen him play. I looked at his profile. He's got like 340 hours of play, which seems like a lot considering how much how new you say.
Yeah,
say he is.
Exactly. Well, I mean, he's very much in quick match a lot.
Okay.
And he's participating in a lot of tournaments. So
he's taking some sort of advanced program, getting up to speed.
Yeah, maybe cpat has like a correspondence course that people are signing up for. No, I think Kirandio has a kind of an interesting gaming background. It seems like he's made a couple of references on the forums to the fact that backgammon has a lot of similarities to Yomi in terms of gameplay or to something about that. I've never played that game.
I haven't. Yeah, I've never played it either.
Yeah, that's one of those inscrutable, like, yeah, like one of those inscrutable games that, you know, I picture like 80-year-old people, like.
Yeah, I'd never given it much consideration either. I've seen them like that looks kind of lame. So,
but apparently there's something to it. So maybe backgammon is a game that we as an online community should be exploring as some possible training ground for greater Yomi ability.
Yeah, maybe Serlin will make like a Marshlands version of backgammon. Or something.
That's right. Yeah, backgammon 2.
Give it something that the fish folk people play in their spare time.
I could buy that. I could definitely see that. I'm gonna make that canon, actually. So Argagarg definitely a backgammon champion.
Yeah. That'd be something.
I'm wondering though if Thelo feels confident that Kirandio is going to play either Grave or Jaina, how do you feel about, or do you have any idea about Zane in that matchup? It feels like it'd be an okay selection. Like if you're thinking about it from a pure counter picking perspective, right? If we're going whole hog to the dark side, we're going to play to win no matter what. Does Zane make sense there?
I mean, at best, Grave has like a 0.5 advantage over Zane. That's like in the best of times. Sometimes Zane could just go on he could essentially become like a grappler that does tons of damage. So, I mean, sometimes Zane rushes you down and you die before you can get anything going. Or you could poke out his throws and block his attacks and you built some awesome hand. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to play your Grave game. But
yeah, I guess it depends. Like you made that mention about Grave being kind of a build-up character sometimes. A lot of his power coming from just how strong his blocks are, how strong his aces are. So I guess, you know, if you have the misfortune of being stuck in a slightly crappy hand, and then just get thrown for 1 billion damage, I suppose. Yeah. You might not feel that slight advantage.
The slight advantage could definitely tip the other way real quick. Right. I think we actually did see that in the last set we cast. Jenga. There was a set of Jenga Jam playing Grave to Raziek's Zane.
That's right. Yeah.
Jenga Jam just couldn't get anything going because his blocks would never go off, and before I think he even got any damage, and he was already down to like 25, 30 health or something.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was the only match in that set that wasn't close. If I'm remembering correctly, I think that's correct. And we saw him switch immediately off. I mean, he did select Grave specifically against Raziek's Zane, so it was he did make that decision based, I think, you know, confidence in the character, but also confidence that is an advantaged match for him. But yeah, then we saw him immediately switch off.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't feel that advantage versus Zane.
For sure.
I mean, because he's got queen and single ace to be able to beat Meaty, but I mean, every ace you use to trade with Meaty makes the TPOS less likely, and then if Zane blocks your queens and aces when you're knocked down, MA Maximum Anarchy just becomes a real thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you gotta throw sometimes when you're knocked down as Grave, and that's always super scary versus Zane.
Yeah, you gotta protect your tummy. do not let Zane touch your tummy. That is
You also don't really want to go block with him either. So
yeah, for sure.
Zane's kind of a scary beast to deal with. And against Jaina, it's. I mean, I get she has more things that beat Meaty's cleanly, but she doesn't have like the thing that just gets in a ton of damage at a fast speed. She gets 18 damage off of. You know, she doesn't have that TPOS or that super combo that just lands.
That's right.
Like a Valerie combo that just does 40 damage off of speed 1.0.
Yeah.
But I guess Valerie's kind of a bad point because she doesn't really beat Zane. But it's she has the potential to get those kinds of combos
on paper. On paper, it looks okay.
At speed 1.0, Jaina's like big combo damage comes off of speed like 2.4.
Yeah, exactly. And King's very, very strong combat option, and notably, that's why I kind of thought that Zane is maybe not too bad a pick against that, because you might come into a situation where, you know, maybe Kirandio starts with a whole bunch of kings in hand, and he's very happy to play those kings, but you know, you have 2 poke to undercut that, and there's really not much. Isn't there? I mean, there's nothing really that Jaina has that sits under that 2.4 kind of window.
She has queens and aces, but nothing that starts combos.
But none of those are strong opener, like combo openers, right? All of her big damage is going to come 2.4 speed or 2.6 if she's starting with a 2 normal. Yeah,
she's got slow combo or not slow, but not particularly fast combo starters.
Right.
Which is problematic versus Zane. But then she has her 0.8 single ace and queen for beating meaties.
Yeah.
But Zane's got dodges for days.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the thing to.
And just generally, I think, and he has quite strong, like, especially in the early game, he can trade a lot of meaty attacks for queens or aces, which is just going to make Jaina force her into a situation where she has to either choose to block to get the cards she needs to be able to, you know, continuously power up for her incredibly strong late game where she's got access to aces for days, or, you know, play those queens that you're just never going to get back in the early game because you can't buy them back. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
One other funny point about Jaina in the matchup, like, or just in general, she has so few blocks that sometimes she could be knocked down and just have no option that could actually beat Meaty.
Oh wow, I hadn't actually considered that.
Yeah, she's only got blocks on 7 through 10.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, she doesn't have it on her.
Because her 5's a dodge, and her 6 is a throw attack.
Right. Oh, I hadn't considered that, but yeah, that's a really good point to make.
Yeah, so it could be awkward if you're knocked down as her. Sometimes, or if you're just trying to build a hand with her, and your fastest like hand building, you don't have any blocks or whatever, and your fastest hand building thing is like 2.6. Yeah. It's like, I guess I gotta dodge here and then shrink my hand.
Yeah, and then continue. Then you just like, yeah, he's stealing from tomorrow to feed today, and never not a good situation you want to be. That you want to be in.
Or sometimes, I mean, you don't really want to block with 7. 7's not a card you want to be blocking with.
Yeah.
Because it's got a cool ability on it, and it's your fastest throw. Yeah. 10's an amazing card to block with, though, so maybe that slightly makes up for it.
It's like even better than Rook's 9 block. Just like one step above.
Yeah, well, because if you lose, if it gets thrown, there's like the silver lining of
exactly.
It deals damage to them now.
It's like an investment. It's like unlosable combat when you put a 10 block on the table. No matter what happens, you win.
That's the real play right there. Wanting to lose combat. I know. I think Thelo is quite fond of when playing as Trock is getting the knockdown and then dodging. So
yeah,
he tries to use that fear of I just want a reversal out of being knocked down. What else was he a fan of? Oh, he's a big supporter of the if you have lethal, play lethal.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Which always gets me into trouble.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, you better think you better have a really good reason to bluff.
Yeah.
When Thelo's got lethal in hand. But we did see notably in his I'm just gonna say it, absolutely horrifying set against Cloud Cuckoo Country. He did take his finger off of the Beast Unleashed trigger.
Oh, really?
On a face down, which ended up being a joker and basically let him win that game.
Oof,
so
hey,
I mean, I thought for sure he was going to play into it, like 100%.
Okay, just because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah, well, yeah, why not? I mean, it was, as I recall, he was in a fairly advantaged situation. He had a fairly good hand against a fairly low hand and low life Cloud Cuckoo Country Grave. So again, once again, that matchup, like, it's not something I would choose to play against him if I had other options. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it'll be so. I mean, he's just come off a really good match in that matchup. Cloud Cuckoo Country has his Grave is no slouch for sure. He's definitely put some notches on that belt. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I want to see Jaina just because I'm curious to see. I want to see Jaina played. Like,
yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather see Jaina played.
Maybe that's a personal desire of mine, but
yeah, I want to see some Jaina versus BBB.
Yeah, like anything. It would be really cool. It's really cool to see, some character variety in the playoffs, and we've seen a lot of different stuff. I mean, all of the widely considered very strong characters have definitely made appearances, but we've seen Arg, we've seen Jaina. We've had some really nice variety in the playoffs so far. So I want to talk about Jaina. I want to see the Jaina be played. He played it a beautiful set against Animus. Just very, very, like, he definitely plays her as a footsie character.
Okay.
But I think he also he plays her as a footsie character in the matchups where she has to be a footsie character, and he plays her as a rushdown character in the matchups where she can get away with rushing down. So I think he's just spent a lot of time thinking about Jaina. So I love to see that kind of character specialist knowledge and performance come out. It's always I think my most it's the Yomi I love to watch the most. Is like no character switching, no counter picking. It's just two players decide like, okay, I'm happy with this matchup. You know, I'm going to show you what I've got.
Yeah, each new match becomes increasingly more intense.
Yeah,
as you continue to play the same matchup throughout a set. It's like you feel like you're just through the whole set. You're thinking about what they've done in situations, what you've done in situations. It's kind of a mind burner of sorts.
Yeah, like we have. Oh, okay. It seems that Thelo might have to push the game back a little bit, or it might be pushed back as a result of some server issues. Thelo, most of the people watching this know that he is the programmer for the site, so we'll see what's going on. But yeah, to your point there, I like, you know, because nothing about the matchup changes. You know, you're not changing your valuation based on a new character or a new, you know, setup or whatnot. It's all these recursive, like, memory and like feel, like, you know, the first game you're feeling out like, oh, okay, are you the kind of person who's going to block on wake up the first time, or are you going to take some crazy risks? And then every other, like, you know, there's these, we talk about, you know, characters sitting in neutral, and they're, you know, neutral feels very unpredictable. There's a lot of options on both sides, but especially when you get a knockdown either way, there's these points, there's these like islands of stability and advantage where everything kind of makes a little more sense in one direction. So to see people, like, you know, what decision do they do when they reach that the first time, and then what do they do when they reach that point the second time? Like, what do they change their, like, are they uncomfortable and they want to switch up, you know, their decision making and try to get around at a different angle, or do they press that same advantage that they did last time because it just, you know, it made sense at the time, so why not do it again? Like, it just becomes a very, very interesting situation. Especially late games become really, really fraught, because sure, okay, you're in a 50-50 situation the first time, fine, but when you reach that point the second time, it's hard not to remember, oh, okay, he dodged like 4 times in a row as soon as it was clear I had lethal on the board. Is he going to do that again? Can I go for like immediate throw for lethal? Do I dare do that? Or does it feel so obvious that he's obviously just going to hit me with, you know, single ace to kill? I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. It's a tough spot to be in when you. I don't know. It's any choice you make that's wrong just feels awful.
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to, back when I first started playing, whenever it was a 50-50 situation, more often than not, I would type in chat to my opponent, like, okay, you know, they've put their card face down. I'm like, okay, in 10 seconds from now, one of us is going to feel like a genius. One of us is going to feel like an idiot.
Yeah, it can be.
It's definitely something I still feel.
Yeah, what I guess what I've been doing lately, just to help with the not feeling like horrible, is just playing what I want to play, not like what I'm scared to. That way, if I guess it wrong, it was like, I'm like whatever about it. But if I play the option, this like other like the safer option, because I was scared to do what I thought would work, and that feels way worse. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think. I mean, sometimes you just have to play the option you're going to feel less bad about losing because of, right? Like, that's why.
Just whatever I'm feeling, like whatever I think is going to work. That's what I want to try and play. I always want to cut. I guess the goal is to always try and play like how you would play if you had a joker in your hand. Because those are the plays like, oh, I think he's gonna, like, I'm playing against the Greys, like, oh, I think he's gonna dodge here, so I'll throw. But what if he pile bunkers me? And then you kind of, when you don't have a joker, you have to, like, you're kind of hedging your bets against all these other crazy damage things that could happen. But
yeah, you're playing without a helmet at that point. it's like, you know, I mean, if I guess wrong, I'm either gonna lose a limb, or like, you know, like right hand, left hand, kind of academic, really. Either way,
yeah,
I'm not gonna be doing much, you know, 10-finger typing for the next little while. Like, yeah.
So I just try and not play scared and just play how I want to play, and if it doesn't work out, I'm less upset about it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Choose the psychologically more satisfying option. Minimize salt. Always reduce sodium intake.
Which helps you in the next game anyway. So.
Exactly.
That's how it's done. Oh, so you were correct about that. That practice room was, I guess they were talking and playing at the same time.
Yeah. So I'll look forward to seeing what Kirandio had to say. It's just like, I'm gonna murder him. His children will his family will mourn. I will send flowers to his graveside.
Just all smack talk. No actual
like the most
real discussion. It's pretty good.
Yeah, should be a good fight.
Yeah, hoping to see some Jaina, because that's not someone I've seen often.
Same here. I would be very happy with Jaina Trock.
I didn't ever want to see her in version 1, but I'm looking forward to seeing her in version 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's so cool. I can't get over the fact that like a heavy Jaina player made it to the to East Realm finals. Like I think he was first in his division, and now he has a chance to play. Ooh, okay, here we go.
See, Thelo joins the dark side, or I guess
right.
the amoral side.
Melker. So this game should be over in about 35 seconds.
What?
No matter what happens, it's going to be a stomping. Because like Melker starts the game at basically 5 hit points.
Well, he just lost 7 of those 5.
Yeah, exactly. 10%. There you go. 10% done.
That's a
Kirandio escapes the room with his with life advantage. It's like, if I disconnect now, the judges will give it to me because I dealt more damage than he did.
Oh no!
Yeah. Undercut.
Yeah, it seems like all of Jaina's combo starting stuff seems so scary. Oh, interest. I guess that's a good play. Yeah, doesn't want to risk the Black King as his opening move, so
yeah,
he gets his fancy or not fancy red card into black card.
That's a little bit fancy. We can call it that.
The red is fancy. Oh, all the black cards.
Yeah. So Melker will stay at 6 cards in hand next turn, and Jaina will also be at 6.
And he deals a lot of damage.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's right. And I like the buyback. That is 2 kings now gone. So queens and kings being the moves that undercut that king particularly badly.
I guess queen wouldn't be as bad. I mean,
true. I mean, you don't want to.
Nice.
Good stuff. I like the nerve from Kirandio just to stick the normal out. Yeah, this is the much known Thelo. Thelo likes to do his thinking in chat.
Oh, he buys it all back, so Thelo's gonna keep the life lead here.
Yeah. But
wants all the cards.
It's basically Kirandio has lethal in hand now.
What?
Like, and yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, this game is okay. We're in the late game. It's turn 3. We're in the late game.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this is fast stuff. Yep. More thinking from Thelo.
Thelo crunching the numbers.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice poke out with the queen.
Don't need to be afraid of the aces when you got 0.0 queen. Oh wow. He goes all in on that.
Yeah, I mean he's just got to hit like
2 more times the most
and find 6 damage somehow to close this out. So
yeah. Or throw into kind of anything for
I mean, like so much danger on both of these sides right now.
Oh
Ooh.
No, for Jaina.
Very good dodge there. I think ace was fairly likely with. Oof! What a hand!
Oh, the only throw he had was that knee bash, which is depressing.
Yeah, Thelo impressed with the horror he is witnessing. He clearly the thing is he has to choose either the 5 or 6 to get rid of. Yeah, so gets rid of the 6 just to remove throws as an option. He can now safely play dodges and blocks.
Is he? He's gonna go for those mad odd plays. They like playing the odds. He's like, what are the chances he's gonna draw a throw here?
Yeah,
he's only drawn one so far though.
Definitely a good call. I guess. I mean, Jaina does have more throws than most, but I mean, Queen is very good here too. So
if you count knee bash, which I'm not sure you do. Yeah.
All right. Does he have lethal? Any face card will probably do it.
Nope. Does he even have a throw, or he wants to trick him into thinking he has no throws, or
I don't know. I think he's still relying on the fact that Kirandio just has not drawn a throw yet.
Yeah, well, I'm saying following up with the 6.
Oh, I see.
Instead of going for knockdown.
I see. No, I think that's probably just the most damage he has in his hand.
So, we'll see. Yeah, looks like Kirandio still doesn't have any blocks or throws, which are on the same card for Jaina, except for that knee bash. So he's got to play dodge to beat his dodge.
To beat dodge, yeah. I mean, he's not out yet. He can
definitely not.
I mean, 45 damage is not impossible for Jaina to do, especially with, I think, still 3 aces in hand. If not 4? No, 3 aces in hand, I think.
At least 3.
Really, you can tell how bad I am at this. It's like, okay, he showed us his hand. Yeah, okay, he had 3 in hand.
Powered. Oh, he's going to undercut the
Here we
dragon
go.
bet.
Here comes damage. It's damage time.
Does he go all in? Looks like he's having some internet trouble.
Yeah.
Keeps
notoriously Fisher-Price internet. Has all 4.
Oh my
walks
goodness.
them all into the Joker.
That's kind of puts him in a horrible spot now.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh,
yeah,
you gotta respect those face downs, right?
Yep.
I give respect to the face down. I don't know about you, but I would have.
Yeah.
That's a painful one to lose to.
I don't know. I mean, again, do you feel worse if that wasn't if that was a bluff and you don't play into it than if it was a Joker and you do play into it?
I don't know. It feels bad no matter what.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like your hopes and dreams just went away.
Yep.
Losing 3 aces there.
Yeah. And then immediate Black King, that 2.2 speed that is very, very difficult for Jaina to deal with, especially when you know her hand had, no known queens in it. So very unlikely that it's going to get undercut. And even then, you're perfectly happy to trade a little bit of your health in that situation.
Those 5
grave immediately coming out.
I'm not sure if this may be a little better, but this is definitely not a counter pick. He's just going to the other character he plays.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Classic.
Nice. Yeah.
Kirandio's going for that early opening chip in both matches.
Good old Hadouken. Nothing beats Hadouken.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Let's see if the Menelker King comes out to beat the J again.
Oh, interesting. Immediate martial mastery. Yes. Just want to see how scared. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is. It's kind of a hand only a mother could love.
Well, he's got 7, right?
Yeah.
So, and Kirandio just lost one of his 7s, so the Bone Cracker looks a bit scarier now that Graves down to 7.
Yeah. So block Bone Cracker is a really good range here.
Yeah. Unless he wants to save it for later when something more juicy is probably in Graves' hand.
Mm-hmm. 7 throw might be a good option from Kirandio.
Or maybe if he had 7 throw, you think I think Jack's probably going to come out again here, yep.
Yeah.
And they'll just get...
Thelo feels it.
He definitely feels it.
Yeah, he's got the gangsta lean. Puts the Bone Cracker on the table. Time to crack those bones.
Oh, and he did have a good hand. You get rid of that 7, he's in...
Yeah, I think you almost certainly get rid of that 7. And then you just go to Block City.
Or would you just... Yeah, he gets rid of the 7. Oh, he's back in the same situation
no
the sister was in.
No blocks.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that playing of 7 when you only had one other throw in hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how valuable knowing what Menelker has in his opening hand is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, plays it straight, just plays the queen. You can get those back, so...
That's rare. It's hard to get them back.
True. It's not inconceivable.
Yeah, it's definitely not inconceivable, but the number of times I've gotten them back when playing Grave isn't...
Yeah.
I mean, it's the innate still is helpful in doing some tricky things, but it's pretty difficult to get the queens back. Drawing cards is always nice for Grave, though, so the innate still helps out.
Yeah. No, just reveal a 9-throw and then throw them. It works.
9-throw?
It works against Troc, at least. It's the only. It's like one of the 5 combat wins I got against Thelo in our play. Nice. Okay, Queen Clash. This is unfortunately advantaged for Thelo because he gets the draw off of it and he forces the discard. So only a 2 damage differential between those 2 moves. Definitely a trade he's happy with.
Depending on the live situation, yeah, but he's not too far. Oh,
wow.
I'll take another one. At least it's not black this time for the Grave player.
So probably Kirandio has not yet drawn a block. And I get the sneaking suspicion that when he does eventually find a block, it's going to be immediately thrown, probably with a 7.
That would be horrible. Yeah. Or maybe a DSD. Oh, it's good back. Oh, no.
Okay, just gets queen. Yeah, I think that's fair. You want queen to discourage any kind of aggression. Might be able to open up Grave with some more throws in this situation. Or you can just open up space for yourself to block a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a lot of trouble here with his internet. That adds more frustration to the game. Could throw off.
I don't know. I think he's used to. I think he's used to the situation.
Oh, is this a common thing for him?
Yeah. I think it's known.
Okay. Ooh, and he'll get the block.
Yeah. Get queen, play queen. Unfortunately, loses to drawing a 5.
And let's see. Oh, and he's gonna
had another block in hand. Is this a bait for a throw?
Let's see how he plays it. Those get, when the opponent gets a queen, back turns are nerve-wracking, especially if Menelker has a good sized hand anyway. Then he could actually afford to play it or play the throw mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels...
Black Jack might be, like the slow side of Jack might be okay to play here. Because, it's going to beat the kind of semi-obvious throw.
Ooh!
Oh, gets a queen. Very nice.
And he'll actually get the queen.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Wait, he didn't get it from discard. Maybe he's like, I'll get it back later. I'll get it back
exactly.
next turn.
Yeah. It's okay. I know my opponent now. I'm positive I'm going to be able to get that second queen. Okay. So he revealed a 4, so he's got an attack and a dodge side, and he immediately powers up for a single ace. Interesting to see what
he had another ace in hand at the beginning. We already saw he had another ace, so he's definitely got at least 2, possibly.
We could have the true power of storms making an appearance. We have 3.
He's got 3 queens in discard.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yep. So here comes the 4th queen.
Yeah, Thelo uses his programming skills to draw that 4th queen.
He doesn't even see the code anymore. It's just ace, queen, jack, redhead.
What? Oh,
the mighty 10 throw. Very nice.
Oh, okay. We'll just take KD. Maybe he does have the TPOS. He's setting up the possible mix-up here. Mix-up normal or just play TPOS. Oh, but Thelo has the Menelker counter.
That's right. Draw a queen.
So now I guess he's got to put dodge into the mix-up. Or he could just... I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of... I don't like too many sides for the coin when I play mix-ups.
Yeah. So he can go... Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a... I don't think there's 2 sides here. I think it's definitely... Like, you play a mix-up normal... Or, yeah, okay, so it's either mix-up normal or dodge there.
Oh, no. I just go for it. Maybe
just go for it. With known queen?
Not like 100%, but like...
get queen, play queen, Thelo? Like...
I mean, not 100%, but it's definitely in my.
It's got to be in the range. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I think you remove it from the range in this situation. I don't think there was a chance that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Some people play greedy with their.
It's true.
I mean, their count. They could just play a low
True Power of Storms.
Yeah.
When I have it, I'm just like, oh, gotta not drop this. Please, I need this to hit.
Yeah. Oh man, especially against Metalcur, because usually if he whiffs it once, I mean, against everyone else he could get it back a couple times maybe, but if he whiffs it versus Metalcur,
you can get yourself into some.
You could banish one of the aces, but then. Oh.
Okay, dodge.
Dodge off begins.
Yeah.
And Grave might be down on throws because that 10 throw is a possible indicator that he has no other throws, but he could have gotten one by now.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Oh, he got one.
There goes the 8. So Thelo possibly queued into the same thing. Yeah, I definitely feel like True Power of Storms. I mean, there's no real reason to play that 6 if you don't have True Power of Storms to back it up. And now we finally have all 3. We don't see the immediate power up for Queen. The issue though is, does Thelo feel like Kirandio is going to hit confirm into it and can he play black face cards? Oh, Queen!
Yeah, the program skills.
Queen makes its appearance.
That's I guess no need to power up when you've got the hidden
just
one.
Have it.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy. Just have it in hand. That's how the pros do it.
Yeah. And I'll get one back maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got to stay safe, right?
Absolutely. And Kirandio notably has not given him anything to really banish.
But he got an ace back, so.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe he's used program skills to draw the other 3 aces.
Oh, good God.
If he has DSD in hand, this is going to be egregious.
This is an awkward situation, yeah. We could see some horrified popcorn dropping from the audience here. Lots of slow removal of sunglasses.
Oh,
goes for the other 8 throw. I mean, it's rapidly becoming a situation where he might just need to tag those aces onto the end.
Yeah, I was going to say it. Like at a certain point, you think you would just start going for damage. I don't want to do the mix-up anymore. Just kill the guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you gotta lay down.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta put it down.
I agree. I
mean, knowing when to do it is the sticky part.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you don't want to lose aces to a block there, but I think he had.
That was a smart play on Thelo's part.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going for that mix at normals so often. That's all he's attempted so far is his normals.
No dodges at all coming out from Kirandio so far.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, could see big damage here. Tag another jack on the end of this. Ooh.
Oh. Oof.
Yeah, that's that big damage.
Yep. This is, I guess, the risk you run when you go for the TPOS game plan.
I feel like if Thelo has another face card in hand, he dodges here.
Seems reasonable. Yeah. Oh, no!
Yeah. I felt like... I felt like the temptation to...
just close out the game?
Yeah, to go through... Wow, he had all aces too!
Holy cow!
Good lord!
Looks like he's programmer skills to prevent Kirandio from getting a joker.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call in a third party here.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Dang.
So Thelo goes up 2. He's halfway to advancing to the Yomi Bowl, and we see Zane come out.
Have you seen Kirandio play Zane before?
I have not, no. I have only seen him play... Actually, no, wait. I think he might have played... Zane versus Enemies. But I'm not sure. I can't remember. So this is a game that Kirandio basically doesn't have to play for the long game. He just has to win 2 combats. And unfortunately, Thelo's going to make that very hard. of all the players in all the world, he's going to make that very, very hard for him.
First turn versus Zane is horrifying.
Yeah.
He's got such strong throws.
Yeah, is it going to be a 2 or is it going to be a 5?
Whoa. Discards the 9.
Okay.
From, that's a high value card. I don't know why you get rid of it.
Yeah, I guess it depends. It very much depends what's in the rest of his hand.
This is an amazing... Oh, okay, he only had the 1 black face card. If that was a blackjack, that would have been amazing.
That would have been horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still horrifying. That's 32 damage off turn 1. Now, he is at 4 cards in hand. I feel like this feels like he has a blue burst.
He's either got to have a joker or a queen in hand to be willing to go that low. Because if
or
just goes for it.
Him. Oh no! Oh
yeesh.
No!
That's bad news.
Yeah, that's real rough. Thelo, most understated. That's got to go in the ultimate quotes quotes of 2015. Just great, no punctuation, no inflection.
Yeah, this is about as good as a start. It could turn really wrong for Thelo here if he gets knocked down and has no queens. Yeah, and he's lost a life lead at that point. If he loses a combat, then loses the shenanigans turn. Okay, that's pretty big.
Good block. And Kirandio had the grappler turn there, right? He could block or he could 7 throw.
Yeah.
Wisely choosing to block. Thelo goes up to 4 cards in hand. He played a 4 attack there. That could be a good spot for evaluation play of some kind.
Ooh, and he'll grab him this turn.
No. So let's see what kind of damage. He has a jack in hand. Thelo wisely face down here.
What does he flip? Terrible flip.
Yeah. Do you tag just the jack on? Do you just leave it because you don't want to give him 2 extra cards? Yeah. Oh,
should have left it.
And
listen to shenanigans is one of the Zane plays to make.
Allow shenanigans to dictate whether you follow up or not.
Yeah. Getting that 6 damage was not worth, or having a chance of doing 6 damage wasn't worth the risk of.
Yeah, I feel
putting
like
him up to 6 cards.
You might have tagged on Jack there if you have something good to follow up, but then you go low hand, and that's awkward too.
Yeah, I mean, if he flipped like a 9 or a queen or whatever, then you just go like as queen Jack. That's what I'm saying. Whatever shenanigans says, you do it.
Right. Yeah. Listen to the heart of the cards.
Yeah. It works surprisingly well, I'll tell you.
It's better than tarot in terms of determining your future. That was definitely right. But yeah, I said we were absolutely correct. We successfully called that blue burst.
Mm-hmm.
Good situation for Manelker for Thelo to put himself into.
Oh, there we go. Zane's back in it.
Yep.
At least so he's pretty much got enough fuel for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on so long as he hasn't drawn like all the rest of his 4s, like
then he just got MA, right?
And some 3s. Yeah, should be okay. Should have some fuel, some damage.
Zane still has to watch out for King, though. No kings. I guess 1 king has been played so far. So,
but yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to walk into that. Very, very nice. That 2.2 speed attack. Ooh.
He's very throw happy as Zane.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen an attack out of him. And
there's that king.
Thelo's been too happy to oblige.
Oh God, is that it? Wow. Wow. The damage.
Yeesh.
Good Lord, out of nowhere.
What was the last?
Kings.
Oh my God! I guess he did. Man, if he got knocked down too, he would be in trouble unless that last card was Queen. But
that's brutal.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That's brutal. I like the switch back to Jaina.
I got a big card in my face here. Hold on. I had to quit out of the room. Okay. Never mind. It went away. Big Jaina card.
I don't know. I feel like the closest game was probably versus Grave.
Yeah, that one could have gone either way.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been better for him to stay in that, but...
I mean, the matchup, it's probably, maybe, I think it's like about an even matchup. I wouldn't say it was advantaged.
Belief is not enough. Manelker cruelty showing through. Oh,
no!
Yeah, opening with king.
Kirandio likes those opening chip moves, and Thelo takes advantage of that. He's a very fast player, I've noticed. He plays quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nation speed. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Oh,
player.
yeah.
He plays very quickly as well.
He's played his card before the game starts. that immediate rook decision making. Good lord.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad to see that
Solid
he's back.
Damage.
But yeah, back
is
to
he
the
playing
match.
Again?
Yeah, I've just seen him around, so I think he's not quite gone. He just took a quick break.
Nice. Look out! He plays that card so fast. He's thinking like maybe 2-3 turns in advance. He knows what he wants.
Yeah, and I mean not a bad choice. Manelker opening with block or 7th throw is not inconceivable, and the jack is a nice option if you don't want to risk a throw.
Ooh.
Okay. A little bit more fear, I think, in Kirandio in this game than the last one. Playing the queen very early in neutral.
Or maybe he just doesn't have... I mean, he might not just have great options because... I mean, Jane has got, I guess, queen and aces to be safe from Manelker's king.
Yeah.
And... Oh.
Okay, nice.
It's some chip. But giving cards to Manelker is kind of scary.
Yeah. On the other hand, you can kind of choose when you're going to... you can kind of choose when you're going to accept big combo damage as Jaina. Like you can decide to play something that loses to king, or you can decide to play something that loses to queen. Right, like those can be your decisions. You can let those guide you.
Yeah, and I guess Manelker's Jaina does actually have some solid defense to Manelker's DSD mix-up with unstable power.
That's right, yeah.
Getting that flip keeps her safe for a turn. Or she could use that to her advantage and just throw anyway.
Yeah.
Unstable power turns.
If you're feeling particularly gutsy.
You got to. That's the play. You get damage and aces. You go for it.
Yeah. Got the knockdown.
Hardest damage.
Oh, man. Okay, so very even game here, although Kirandio is sitting at 6 cards versus 12 card Manelker. I think Thelo can pretty much play for DSD and just power up for queens when he needs them. Just play a block queen range until you have DSD and then be horrifying with that. Yeah.
I wonder if he has no blocks again. Or he just doesn't... He's just afraid of Bonecracker. That thing... Bonecracker, it's a very scary psychological tool. Yeah. I mean, some...
No, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sometimes you just gotta risk it and play the block and try and build up a hand. If you play too scared of it, you just end up dying to his attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember first playing against Manelker, and I was just like, the whole game was just don't get hit by Bonecracker. Do anything to not get hit by Bonecracker.
It has an impact on the game and your decision making, like far out of almost. I think out of proportion to how good it actually is. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah. And he'll avoid it. So disregard previous comments. I guess you just keep playing until he plays it, and then
exactly. Certainly, you've avoided it. Thelo falling slightly into the... Wow, I love it. I love it from Kirandio right now. Just, it's like, hey, I can do it too. Like,
I think part of it is he just doesn't want to leave his aces in the discard, right?
Yeah, that's true. Very valuable to have those in hand, not have them banished.
Yeah.
Such a good tool.
And that's how she gets her damage on any
throw-ins. So Thelo has already put 1 ace in hand. Now has gotten the second.
Oh, he's going to get a third.
Making the threat real.
program powers activate.
Yep.
And she is in the lethal range.
Yeah.
Does a 7 come out?
Oh, that's right. The unstable power. Do we see it?
Nope.
Nope. It's gonna play it. It's gonna play it honest. It's gonna challenge the master of taboo tactics to an honest fight.
I guess this is kind of funny. If this whiffs, though, it's gonna put him behind. Oh!
Oh no!
I didn't even get to make my point, but it doesn't matter.
Oh god.
Game. I was gonna say if this whiffs, it puts Menelker in a really bad spot, but he can afford for it to whiff because he's up 3 games.
Exactly. Yeah, he can choose to lose this one. Risk it all, and it actually pays off. So he double wins. He just, wow, man, that was brutal. That's some old school Akuma. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Thelo popping off. We see the. Oh man.
Okay. So Thelo makes it to the finals.
Yeah, he is. We have our first confirmed player in the the Yomi Bowl for season 3. Thelo making a brutal cut through playoffs so far. Just an incredibly strong set against Cloud Kuka Country and a dominating set against Kirandio here.
Yep, it looks like he's helping out Menelker's win rate percentage. So
yeah, single-handedly. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I saw him at FSX bring out Menelker just this last year, and I just completely forgot that that was a character he really played and has really good success with so far. So I mean, he clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that was some. We saw a lot of combat wins out of Menelker this set, and most of them devastating.
Yeah. Some brutal combos. Pretty much ending every single game at like 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Empties everything to.
He was not afraid to go low, even against Zane. He's like, I'm just gonna hurt you.
Yep.
I don't know.
Disregard cards, acquire damage.
I was never a fan of that plan, but it seems to work for Thelo.
He's it's an interesting mix of like really conservative play and really greedy play. You know what I mean? Like it's a scary mixture of like you think you have a bead on the fact that he's it's like okay he's playing very safe, playing a block queen range here, so I can be totally safe by blocking. Wham. Death Strike Dragon, or wham, 7 into king, pump jack. Like he'll mix those in at really smart times. Just like very strong player. So I mean, no surprise to see him move on to the finals. But yeah, I mean, great performance. Great performance.
It was definitely intense.
Yeah, we'll see. So we'll see who ends up joining him. So it's between cpat and Raziek, and they're just announcing that they are playing next Wednesday. So I will make sure that I get that on tape. If I absolutely can't, if I can help it at all.
Will we see the Zane mirror come out?
Yeah. Oh God, I don't think so. Honestly, I think cpat plays Setsuki into that matchup.
Okay.
But we'll see.
What is the consensus on that? It seems like Zane's advantaged, but I know it's been battled back and forth. Zane players.
I think Raz feels that it's Setsuki advantage, and 5ek feels that it's Zane advantaged. So
yeah. So
I think whatever you play, 5.
I don't know. Even smoke bombing, crash bomb doesn't help you because what does your combo do now? Like 6 damage.
Yeah.
So crash bomb still seems so useful, even though it could get countered.
I don't know, but I think that's. I don't know. Like, if anybody has an idea about that matchup, Redless has been trying to solve it in the forums for a while. I think the thread has dropped down a little bit in terms of people posting in it. So if you have any ideas you want to add, put your 2 cents in. You want to argue with ClanNatioy.
I don't think I've ever posted in it actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll res
post. Come at me, bro. Just type "come at me, bro" with the spaces.
Yeah.
So, Clan, thank you very much for joining me on the cast.
Oh yeah, thanks for
pleasure
having
as
me.
always.
Sure.
And,
good stuff.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the West Realm Finals, and then the Yomi Bowl beyond. Thanks everybody for watching. Enjoy yourself some Yomi.